Hi guys, welcome back to B's Speed Shop. So my aim for this weekend is to get the old sill and the floor panel cut out so I can then get the new one measured up and fit in and try and tack it in at least this weekend. I've still got a few more little bits to order. I've got those little support pieces, but I didn't want to order them just yet because I wanted to get the sill off and see if there were any other pieces that I needed to order. So I'll quickly show you what point I'm at. So what I've done this morning is I've just come along with a wire wheel along this edge just to find all these little spot welds, and I've done it with this edge as well just to find all these little spot welds so I can then drill them out and take off this sill. So the support piece which goes in here, there's 4 little spot welds that I found so far, and so what I'll do is I'll drill out all the spot welds and then I should be able to take this off. And then what I'll do is I'll get the new floor panel piece and just sort of hold it up and roughly measure where I need to cut. But what I'll do is I'll cut it a little bit short from where it needs to be, so then I can then file the edge and get a really nice tight fit. So obviously what I've got to do on this edge along here is I'll have to make a piece just to fix this. So what I'll try and do is I'll cut this piece out, I'll cut the floor out, and then once I get the new floor piece roughly into place, what I'll do is I'll make a strip that goes along there with an edge so I can fold it over. Then I can drill along that edge and put in a few spot welds just so it looks like it's sort of more factory, even though it is just a repair piece. So as you can see, I've got the old rusty sill removed now. So I started drilling out the spot welds and I managed to peel it off there, but obviously I just got this little strip along here which I've still got to drill the spot welds on and take them out. So these are the support pieces that I was saying about. So I'm going to replace these and this piece as well, which is where the jacking point is. So before I can cut out the floor panel piece, I need to drill out the spot welds just about halfway because that's where the panel ends. So I can drill out the spot welds along there, and then what I'll do is I'll roll it over again, and for this centre support piece I can drill out the spot welds along this edge. So I'll start by doing along the door jamb first, get those drilled, and then we can mark up where I need to cut out the old floor to make the new floor fit in. So I've got the majority of the holes drilled, so this is where the edge of that centre support piece is on the floor. So my plan is what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down this side of it, and then obviously what I'm going to do is cut out this section here and replace this section. I'll make a new panel to go in there with a folded over edge all the way around, and then I'll probably cut along just here somewhere, and then what I'll do is so I'm going to try and cut along here and have the two pieces join on the seam of the centre support piece, because if I cut it here and weld it, what it will do is both of these sides will sort of, if you're looking at it from that way, as you weld it they'll sort of pull in like that. And what you can do is if it's in like an open space here somewhere, if it pulls in, you can use a hammer and dolly to straighten it out. Obviously if it's behind the centre support piece, I'm not going to be able to get a hammer in there to flatten it out. So that's why I'm going to try and aim for cutting down the centre of these and have it join there. So then if it does pull in from the heat of welding, I can always put a hammer and then a dolly on this side and hammer it flat. I've got the main floor section cut out now. What I've got to come back and do is cut out this section and make a new panel to go in there. I've got to cut out this side and pick those spot welds. I've got to pop them apart, and then these spot welds here, which I've started to do, I've just got to finish picking all them apart, and then I've got to cut it across on the inside. It'll be across here somewhere, across those last spot welds, and then that panel, the corner of it should fit in there. So I'll do this side piece next. I get that cut out and pick those spot welds along there, and then what I have to do is cut this edge, and then I can take this piece out, and I'll just finish cutting this edge. So I've cut out the side now. I drilled the spot welds along here and managed to pop them apart, and I got this piece off from in here as well. So what I got to do is just here, there's a bit that needs grinding back. So I need to grind this back and then grind this edge here back as well. So what I've done is I've cut out the bottom of this piece to make a new panel to go in there. And I was able to get this, the centre support piece and the jacking point out as well. So what my plan is to do now is where these spot welds are for the centre support piece, I'm going to cut the floor pan along the centre of those, and then I'm going to cut the actual floor piece so it will butt up against this. And then what I'm going to do along this top edge is the actual panel that I'm welding in, I'm going to cut up to here, but then cut it along this edge, because I need to replace this section here where the jacking point was, because that's all sort of, it's all rusted and broken through just there. So that is the next job. I'll get on and cut that, and then it's just coming back, cleaning everything up, making the panel fit, and then I can start welding it in. So I've got this floor pan trimmed to where I want it now, but what I'm going to have to do is, because obviously rust has gotten in on this bit, so I'm going to make a whole new strip to go all the way down there. Luckily what I found is this box tubing, it has the same radius as the radius in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut about an inch wide strip to go all the way down there, and then I can clamp it. I've got a spare piece of this box tubing, so I can clamp one edge on and then carefully hammer it over until it gets to 90 degrees with the right radius. And then I'll come in, I'll cut along this edge, weld in the new piece, and then I can trim the floor panel piece to then fit in this section. So I've got, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to file this edge to make sure it's square. I'll remove this little bracket as well. Got a couple of spot welds to drill. So I'll get some flap discs and grind this edge, and then I will cut the actual panel to fit. So I'll weld this strip in first, then I'll weld in the floor, or at least get it tacked in, so I can then make the panel to go here. And then I still need to order my the front and rear support pieces and the centre support with the jacking point. So I'll get them ordered. Obviously for next week I'll be able to get this floor panel fitting properly, and then I can start welding it in. So I'm going to be leaving this video here for today. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time this weekend. With most projects, you are going to have little hurdles along the way, like that repair piece I need to make for the centre support, but that's fine, I can make a new piece to fit in there. So hopefully next weekend I can make all my little patches I need to and get my floor panel fitting properly, and then hopefully I'll be able to tack it in, weld it in, and then I need to weld in my other little pieces before I can weld the seal on, and then we can move on to the other side. So thanks for watching this video.